I want to remind y'all, as well as I need to remind myself at times, don't let your emotions override your decision making, as well as don't let your emotions have you miss your blessing. Now, if you're too prideful, you can miss your blessing when you're prideful. When you say, if someone's trying to tell you something, trying to give you some insight on something, and you say, I know this, I know that, I know, and you are interrupting someone that's trying to inform you, I know, you're showing a few things. For one, you're showing immaturity. Two, you're showing that lack of patience. And three, although you say that you know, you are still lacking knowledge. And you're going to miss some key components. Now, it doesn't take away the fact of what you know, but it will add on to any advice that someone's trying to give you on how to maneuver on or how to do a task. They're just giving you the tools on how to do that task easier. You know. Now, a wise person will listen, contemplate, consider, and maybe even use some of those suggestions and make it into their own, make it morph into their own. That's what a wise person would do, and that's what wise people do. Way back when, that's all people with knowledge ever did. You know something, then another person will say something, and then it will just be exchange of knowledge. You had different eras of this. The Renaissance era is a perfect example. You see all of these influencers of that time gathering together. You had people with knowledge like Socrates, Plato, etc. You had people with knowledge exchanging resources and information, and no one was, too pride to not to listen. But there's obviously certain times where people had, obviously pride at that time, and the ones that did not listen, they missed out, or something bad happened because they missed that detail. They didn't have how to deal with certain nuances. Bring it up to, today. And that goes for today. You're going to miss some important information if you let your emotions and dictate how you feel, and you're not trying to, and you don't want to hear it. Because you're in your feelings, and you feel that, oh, that person's younger than me. What can they teach me? Or that person's way older than me. That person's like 60, 70 years old. What can they teach me about today? They don't know what's going on today. They're old. instead of listening, you got two ears and one mouth. That means that we should be twice eager to hear and slow to speak. Today, too many people want to talk too fast. And I know personally, if I sense that you're talking too fast, if I sense that you're trying to rush, I tell that person, hey, slow down. You know, you need to slow down a little bit. When you're talking to me, you need to slow down. You know, and certain people, they like, they make a face, or they'll, say some smart wisecrack and be like, oh, you just need to listen more. And see, that's the thing. No, you need to slow down so people could understand you, and not every other word. Or you're trying to get your point across, and your structure and your words are not effectively communicating. You're just short chopping your words because everything is blended. And I'm starting to understand why older people, they say slow your words down. You need to say it slowly so people can understand you. And some older person used to say that I heard, by you trying to talk too fast, I feel like you're trying to get over on me. My grandmother used to tell me that when I used to talk, fast, as children. I was 7 or 8 years old. And, she would tell me, to slow down, when I talk, to slow down, don't rush my speech. So, hearing that, and my mom used to say the same thing. So this is why I talk the speed that I talk, and it actually makes sense. Plus, on top of that, I like to really think before I say something. Because once your words leave your mouth, you cannot take back. You can't say, oh, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean it in that way. But because you're rushing, you're not able to catch, you're not able to think before you speak. And then you can hurt someone's feelings, and you can miss opportunities that way. But yeah, just remember, if you're emotional, if you're not trying to hear correction or advice, you're going to miss your blessing. And there's plenty of examples of that, Now, like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. Post your comments down below.